Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Poison Akami here. Me, myself, and I back at it again with another video. And today I want to address something really important to my Storm players. The competitive Storm players, exactly. If you are seeking to be a competitive Storm player, or you already are a competitive Storm player, or if you're a top player, pro player, whatever you think you are in the competitive scenery for Storm, listen up, because I have a very serious and important message for you. Before I get started with it though, I'm going to quickly mention that Traitor actually did a interview with Senju in Japan. Shout out to Senju and Traitor for this interview. There's a lot of information revealed in it, and there's something really important that Senju said that I want to relay onto you guys and reiterate the importance of. So during that interview with Traitor, also shout out to Traitor as well, he's literally my Hungarian twin, Senju actually stated around about in this part of the video here,
so Bandai, they gotta please the Bandai overlords. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get. That's even the reason why we're getting a new Storm game.
Yeah, maybe
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe we're gonna get the Storm Championship Season 2.
Now, hey, that's another thing too. Hey, my competitive players, please, oh my God, please don't flop the ball. Don't drop the ball on this one, man. If y'all are serious about being competitive and having a scene for Storm 5 or the next Storm game, whatever they seem to call it, yeah, be serious. You know, really have those events. Really be cordial. Be professional. You know what I'm saying? Be. You know, don't shoot up the event. You know what I'm saying? Just be cool. Be cool about it, man. Be professional. You see these. I know we got some FGC heads in here, man. There's a way to do things. We need commentators. We need everything. Quality. We need systems. We need prize pots. You know what I'm saying? The matcharinos. We need it all. Venues. Hey, let's take it serious this time.
That's right, he is actually telling us not to drop the ball for the competitive scenery of Storm, and literally I'm going to reiterate more on what he is talking about and going into it more in depth from a competitive standpoint. What Senju is basically saying is that we as players need to behave and make sure that our attitude is being improved going into this next Storm game, because boy, I'll tell you, we haven't been great in previous Storm games, hence why we are not in Major League Esports. A lot of the competitive Naruto players do want to see the game thrive and see it succeed and everything, but it is literally up to us on whether it does or does not. Games like Smash Bros only do well in competitive esports and has one of the biggest scenes in fighting game history purely because of its community. Even the creator of Smash Bros himself said that it was actually built to be a party game back in the day, but it was the community that found the competitive aspect of it and brought it into esports, made it into like huge tournaments where lots of money was involved. Now people literally have careers off of Smash Bros. And then in later Smash games, they were actually designed for the competitive players as well. Now, we could be parallel to this and do the very same thing with Storm. Yes, it's taking us many games to actually get this far and to get to this point where we're looking at it, but it literally is up to us. So the important message that I have to you guys is just to behave. Be good. Literally, don't be toxic. Treat everybody around yourself with respect when you're competing, and also just show up to these tournaments. If there's a tournament you cannot do not bother signing up for it. Do not waste time. And if there is a tournament you can do, make sure you are free for it and be punctual. Make sure that you are showing up for it, because that is important. Not only is punctuality important, or being punctual is important in these tournaments, but just other things like toxicity, good behavior, and good sportsmanship can really take the whole community a long way. So many times that in tournaments that have been hosted by Keon, Mr. Air Force, Traitor, and other tournament hosts alike, one thing I've heard them all sigh and complain about is actually the behavior of the Storm players themselves. We got Storm players literally there giving grief to the admins, the host themselves and things about stuff that doesn't even matter, about how they lost or whatever, how it's BS, or oh, the rules should have been this, the rules should have been that, oh, there was lag. Literally, dude, stop crying. You signed up to the tournament, you saw who your opponents were before you played, you knew what you're getting yourself into. Literally, if you're gonna cry like that, do not enter into a tournament. It's cringe. Why should people like them invest so much time and money and the coordination and effort into something that is just gonna get thrown back into their face? And this is exactly why Storm has never made it in the longevity wise into ESL or in Major League Esports, because nobody big in the esports scene would want to invest money and time into a community that won't give it back. They invest this money and time because it is literally a wide circle. They want to create a big show, get a lot of viewers in, and then with that they can create more bigger prize pools, get advertisements, and all the rest of it. But literally, we are the reason as to why competitive games can thrive. Literally, it is always down to the players. Like League of Legends, yeah, it has one of the most toxic scenes ever and the most toxic players. But when it comes to the competition of it all, it improves. Everybody's focusing on the game. Everybody's learning from their mistakes. There is a lot of competitive nature that is born in that game, and that's why it is literally the highest grossing game in esports to this very day. Because not only is it toxic, but the players, when it comes to the competition side of it, they get their heads down, they learn, they play, they adapt, they put on a good show, and literally just make everyone go wild. And that's a free-to-play game. I'm not saying that Ultimate Ninja Storm connections will literally be on the same case of League, or like Call of Duty esports, or anything like that, or whatever big name you can think of, or maybe even Dragon Ball Fighters. But what I'm saying is that it could potentially be on the same level as like Fighters or Smash Bros, or maybe even bigger, as long as us as a community show good behavior. Now, there is a reason why Senju said this, and it's because he actually sees that there is competitive potential for the next Storm game. He even stated multiple times that this game was made with a competitive mind in heart. So if he is literally strictly telling us, and he's going out of our way to tell us to behave, we should listen. I've been saying this since Revolution, and I know my following wasn't big back in Revolution. People were beginning to learn about me more and more, and that's when my following started growing. But literally, it is important. From an esports perspective, and I'm somebody who works in esports too, it is the community that makes it work. If you guys are toxic towards tournament admins, the people that are literally funding you your prize money, the people that are literally wasting the time out of their day on you, if you are toxic to them, other admins, and the competitors around you, then nobody is going to waste their breath on Ultimate Ninja Storm connections. It's a harsh message, but it is true. Because that's why Storm 4's competitive scene whittled down and literally had no prize pool money in it. It's why Rev died quickly as well as the other Storm games. Storm can make it into ESL. It's been to ESL before, and it can make it into other big places, maybe like EVO as well, and other conventions as well, and lots of prize pool money can get thrown into it. We can literally get pro circuits where there'll be like an ongoing leaderboard, like the Tekken series, for example, like the Tekken World Tour. We could literally have that, and you could see names like Playco and Dark Mask and myself and Mr. Air Force on it worldwide. You could have that, and you can literally include yourselves on it. But if you want to be included in something like that and make a career out of Storm competitively, I swear to God, all you need to do is just behave and be good to each other and be good to the tournament admins that are wasting their time. You know what? I've been saying wasting their time. They're not wasting their time, they're investing their time. Sorry, let me just rephrase myself. So here is my final message. If you're going to compete in a tournament, do it. If you win, great. Congratulations for winning. Be humble and be respectable around the people that you've beaten. If you are going to compete and you lose, take the L, learn from it, don't complain, just watch it back, learn, adapt, and then make a massive comeback story in your next tournament. I promise it will do you absolute wonders when you get bodied one time and then you make a huge comeback in the next tournament. Your fame will literally rise and you could actually start a career from it. This is my message to all my competitive Ultimate Ninja Storm players. This also does go to myself. When I compete, I try to be as least toxic as possible, follow the rules, and be respectful to everybody around me, and just generally have a good time. Literally, if we want this game to succeed in the competitive route that CC2 and Bandai are aiming it to go, I'm telling you, we are the ones responsible, nobody else. Start taking responsibility for yourselves, start learning, start adapting, and maybe we can see some succession in the Storm game. Anyways, that has been your boy Poison Akami. That is all I have to say. As always, Janet.